Welcome, and thanks for joining us at EMII.com. I'm Ananya Bhatia with your hedge fund headlines. Today's Thursday, December 10th, 2009. Hedge fund assets have crossed the $2 trillion mark for the first time in a year. According to the Wall Street Journal, the total assets have increased by 3.4% in the past month to $2.037 trillion. Investors shifted $26.3 billion into hedge funds in November, while the performance boosted the assets further by $40.5 billion. However, the assets are $900 billion below the peak set in the second quarter of 2008. The United Kingdom government is asking its hedge funds and private equity firms to work with Spain on new pan-European relations. According to the Wall Street Journal, the move comes at a time when Sweden is gearing up to hand over its presidency to Madrid, which takes over the European Union's six-month rotating presidency on January 1st. The EU is at work on a draft directive on the regulation of alternative investment fund managers. The EU Economic and Monetary Affairs Committee has until January 21, 2010, to table amendments to a report on the directive, which will be discussed on February 22nd and voted on by the committee on April 12th. And in more hedge fund news, private equity firm Carlyle Group may buy a 40% stake in travel agency CVC. According to the Wall Street Journal and Valor Econômico, the deal for the Brazilian tour operator is valued at $600 million. CVC is also considering selling shares in an initial public offering in the first quarter of 2010. CVC is in talks with parties interested in doing business in Brazil, but no deal has been made yet. Permia has cut the debt in companies it acquired between 2005 and 2007 by 7 billion euros. According to the Wall Street Journal, fashion house Valentino, which the United Kingdom buyout firm owns as a part of a consortium, is close to reaching an about 700 million euro debt buyback deal. Permia and other investors will buy Citigroup, one of Valentino's three banks, between 200 and 300 million euros to purchase the debt. Other Permia portfolio companies that have lower debt are Galaxy Entertainment, Courtfield, Prescale Cognis, and TDC. And that rounds out today's hedge fund headlines. Thanks for joining us on EMII.com. For more details on these stories and much more, click onto our hedge funds channel online and read the full stories and latest developments.
Mine wasn't on?
Oh shit.